Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our loot videos from our 200 run series. And this time it's going to be from the Harvesting Pits farm, or better known from, at least we call it the WOD Blue farm. It's another one of the open world farms. So we did it for 10 hours solo, which, it's kind of like equivalent to doing it for, a 30-minute dungeon, for 200 runs. This is how we kind of judge it. But anyway, I do have to say this one was probably one of my favorites to do solo, as I've been kind of got burnt out on some of the other ones, as like the spawns would kind of die down. Other than our, doing the Isle Thunder solo wasn't too bad, because I had like two different areas that kind of close by I could just swap between if spawns kind of slowed down. That one wasn't too bad, but like even like Solithus and of course Dragonblight Crypts, I was really getting burnt out on those, because the spawns would just die down and just wait till they came back. And it's just kind of annoying to do solo. Group farms, those farms are still amazing and great, but just that whole slow spawning part where you're kind of just sitting around like, okay. Or I also did, would sometimes just log into my other tune and just let them kill for a little bit, then log back over to just not have to deal with the whole slow spawning situation. But anyway, with that being said, WOD Blue farm was really good, as we consistently could keep the spawns going. And I actually, a couple times got it to where it was spawning so well I could really stay in like one little area for like a little bit and actually just get the spawns to just really start spawning really well. So it was almost like being in a group with how well they were respawning. So really good with this one. If you are looking to do an open world farm and you just cannot get a group, this one actually can be a pretty good one to do solo compared to some of the others, at least with the spawn rates. So definitely worth checking out if you want to go do an open world farm really quick and you can't be managed to get a group for one, and you want to get some WOD Blues. But anyway, with that being said, just like to mention, guys, if you do like the video and you like these loot videos, make sure you smash that big thumbs up. Lets me know that you guys like what I'm doing here. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, so that way, and the little notification bell, so that way you get notified when I'm coming out with my next loot video, or when I come out with a clean out video on Sunday, so you see if we sold any of these items. Of course, right now there's an issue after the patch where we cannot trade our items over. And this actually, where all my stuff is being held, is not where I actually sell the items for the challenge. So we're not going to be able to trade this stuff over right away. We'll have to make sure that issue is fixed, because apparently when you try to trade stuff over across realms, the stuff is disappearing, and we don't want to lose anything that we've worked so hard to get. But anyway, also guys, don't forget to check out the other links like Twitch, where you can actually see me do this stuff live. And where you can also just join in some fun conversation with your guy Babypowder. Also, don't forget to check out things like Discord as well. Very helpful community if you are just starting your gold making journey. Plenty of people in there more than willing to help you out with that. There is also the link down below for the challenge spreadsheet if you are looking to kind of follow the list of dungeons and things I've done to kind of start your not necessarily 200 run series, but to start your journey as far as tracking how to build up your stock as far as your transmog. But anyway, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it and take a look at our first bank alt, who's going to be holding all of our stuff from our alliance druid, who did the 5 hours, or the equivalent of their 100 runs. But it is open world, so it's 5 hours on them, 5 hours on our horde druid, and of course then we'll swap over and take a look at the horde tune and compare and see how well they both did. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump to the first one now. All right, guys, so here we go. We got our alliance bait tune on from the one that's going to go over to Proudmoore, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what they got. All right, so luckily enough, because I actually got my dead mine stuff here, we've already completed dead mines. I did actually make sure I selected the right tab. So here we go. We've got all of our like green items in this tab. We do actually have a second tab with some things here, but anyway, just a bunch of low value stuff here in the first section. We did actually get quite a decent variety here. I do think a lot of these items, which kind of makes sense because it's kind of in the same area that dungeon is, but it looks like a lot of this stuff is similar to what we would have seen if we ran Skyreach. But still really nice stuff. Anything from WOD really, especially the like greens and stuff are really nice. Also, actually though, I don't remember getting anything named Frostbitten, so that may be new. But Frostbitten staff here. Long claw axe. I think I do remember getting the long claw stuff though. We also got Soul Keeper Ledger here. It's offhand piece. I believe there was some skettish stuff too. Sunsworn. I don't want to go into this stuff too much, but I do kind of like to kind of get some of the names so we kind of recognize that we're doing the clean outs. Sharp Tusk, Sunsworn again. So maybe some different stuff, because I'm not sure if I recall the Sunsworn stuff. So I mean, that's great though if it's stuff that's, you know, differently than what we're actually seeing in, you know, Skyreach, because that's stuff, something maybe we're not putting up yet. Death Web as well. Raven Scar is also another one I believe we actually had from Skyreach. Yeah, definitely the long claw stuff. There's some skettish stuff which actually we did see in Skyreach. Actually a blue low value item too. JK's Shining Spalders here. Definitely a new item, so nice to see something different there. And then we've got our high value green stuff. This one actually just a little below high value actually, but it's marked high value, so I'm guessing we've gotten it before. But it was over 20,000 before, but 19,000. Sunscryer robe there. More Raven Scar breastplate here, 54,000 for that one. Shade back gloves here, 22,000. More Raven Scar here, gauntlets at 36,000, and the leg plates at 18,000. Actually, that one must have dropped down too. It's over 18,000. Let's see, and then we've got long claw great sword here, 70,000. Skettish great sword, 62,000. We actually just sold a skettish piece now. I think it was it the sword? I can't remember, but it was sold on Thrall though, not even on our alliance one. Long claw staff, 21,000. Skettish staff for 49,000. Two of those actually. Skettish bow here for 30,000. Shadow Sage Spellblade for 47,000. Sunsworn transcription here for 44,000 offhand. Ravenscar Shield for 37,000. And then we have the Sharp Tusk Helm here for 26, and then a Sunsworn cloak for 134,000. Wow. Definitely don't expect to get that much for it though. And then I did actually just stick these over here, just our little inflated rings and stuff. Ruckmar ring, 293,000. Definitely not. I mean, I'm putting in the inflated group, might get like 1,000 gold for it. And then Sunsworn ring, we got two of those. It's over 502,000. So yes, you do get the inflated pieces, but you just have to, you know, post them the correct way, and you can possibly sell those. Like I said, I sell them for about 1,000 gold. And that way they do actually sell, and they're not having these ridiculous prices. But anyway, that's our greens. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next tab, which is actually going to have our blues, which is what we're aiming for here, and is also going to have our auction module pieces. All right, guys. So in this tab, we've got our stuff from our, you know, blues, and we've got the, you know, modules. So here we've got, you know, the staff here for 265,000. And then we've also got this Pillar of Malice polearm, 80,000. We actually got two of those staffs, so maybe I'll trade one of those over to Thrall. And then we've also got this offhand for 208,000. Very low sell rates though on both of these, other than the actual polearm here, 0.002. Still pretty low. But you know, still doesn't mean we won't sell it pretty fast. Sometimes you get very lucky, but it does seem like they sell rather slow. We did actually get 5, it looks like, of the auction house modules. And the one thing about these open world farms though, as you can see, the modules are slightly different. Can't remember what the auction house module is called from the dungeons, but you can definitely tell just by looking at the icon. It looks like just like a you know, sphere or something. with the one that you make with the dungeons, whereas this one kind of looks I don't know, just like some other engineering piece kind of thing, almost like a little like saw or something. But yeah, 41,000 for those. And then we've got some of the leftover pieces here. We got the converters, the housings, and then we've got the framing, and then we're missing I can't remember whatever the other piece is, but and then we do actually got some materials with the sumptuous fur and then these Sproutlic eggs. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but I think I've vendored them on the Horde side, but we'll take a look and see. But if I recall, I don't remember putting these in the the bank from a Horde side, so I kind of maybe lost those or vendored them accidentally. But we've done that previously with other stuff, with like the rep tokens from Outland when we did the Mechanar and you know, other things we've accidentally vendored. So I need to be watching that a little bit better to quit losing on some of these materials. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're gonna cut the video and we're gonna go ahead and swap on over to our Horde bank tune and see how well what they got. All right, guys, so here we are on our Horde bank tune for our loot from our you know 5 hours that they put in towards the 10 hours solo of the WOD Blue Farm or harvesting pits. And let's take a look and see how they compare to our Alliance side. So again, we got our green stuff, looks about the same, maybe a little fuller actually on the high value side, actually maybe a little less on the low value side, but similar to what we saw over there. Of course, just like dungeons, sometimes one would be luckier than the other. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look, see if we have any other stuff. Again, we're still seeing the Death Web stuff. Snarlthorn, I don't know if I saw Snarlthorn over there or not, but Snarlthorn, Spire Strider, that might be something different. I don't, or do need to. I don't know if we saw that over there. Again, we just kind of briefly scanned over stuff, so we may have had some of that stuff. Sunsworn, I do remember seeing that over there. Longclaw, of course. Sunscryer, Skettish stuff as well. More Longclaw. Death Web stuff. The Arcanine, I don't know if we had any of that stuff, but that is, I believe, also something we've got from Skyreach before. And we've actually seen sales on that. Bloodmane, also something that comes from Skyreach. So it's nice seeing some of these items that maybe we didn't quite see in Skyreach, or I don't recall seeing in Skyreach. But a lot of the stuff is also similar to that. Not bad though, because we have been seeing that stuff sell, so kind of nice that maybe we're replacing some of that stuff at the same time. And then with our high value greens, Bloodmane Great Sword, 38,000. Again, something that we probably saw come from Skyreach. Longclaw, 70,000. Longclaw Gun, 20,000. Two of those actually. Longclaw Broadaxe for 20,000. Skettish Staff, only had one this time, 49,000. Skettish Gun, actually that might have been, I think that was the item actually we sold this week for you know, for a decent amount. So nice, we're actually replacing that. Skettish Gun, 62,000. Skettish Bow for 30,000. Shadow Sage Spellblade, 47,000. And then the Sunsworn Transcription, we actually had that, I believe we only have one though in the Alliance, but 44,000 for that one. Ravenscar Shield, 37,000. Ravenscar Pauldrons for 32,000. And then we got the Sunscar Robe, actually only 19,000, so it probably dropped down. Ravenscar Breastplate, 54,000. Actually have two of those. And then we've got the Breeze Strider Bindings for 21,000. Shadeback Gloves for 22,000. Some of the stuff though, decent sell rate. Some of the stuff really low, like that one's only 0.001, so you don't really know what the sell rate is. Then the Ravenscar Gauntlets, 36,000. We got the Shadeback Waistband for 57,000, and then a Sunsworn Cloak, 134,000. So we also have that on both of them, which is pretty nice if it is actually the value of that one, and we can actually sell it near that. And then of course we again have our, you know, rings and stuff that will probably sell at the inflated prices. Again, definitely not the real value. 452,000 for this ring, no way. Shadow Sage ring, Sunsworn ring, again 502,000, no. We might get 1,000 for those. We also have the Soul Keeper ring, little bit more reasonable, actually, 25,000. So maybe that one doesn't necessarily need to be sold at the 1,000. I don't know. I probably will still just because it's a ring. But and then we got the Eric Bangle. It's a trinket, 149,000. Definitely not. But again, though, we could try to sell this one at, you know, a little bit higher than the 1,000, just because, I mean, we did accidentally, I didn't put it with the inflated group, and we did have that 1 week where we sold like that binding, I think it was binding promise. It was a trinket, sold for like 7,000. I can't remember where it came from, but still not a bad amount for an old like trinket or anything. So those things can sell for some okay value, depending on what it is, but nothing crazy like the hundreds of thousands of gold. For sure, but I just usually just try to get rid of them because they are rings and stuff, and just, you know, put them in that group that only sells stuff for about 1,000 gold. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to our next one, which is going to be our blues and stuff. And looks like we got a little bit less with the auction house modules. And yeah, I did vendor, I believe, the materials, but we got a little bit less with like one less. But looks like we did get the other items, so maybe we can make a 5th one. Actually, make a 6th one probably, I believe, from the alliance stuff. But anyway, this is the exciting stuff, the blues right here. So we did actually get a lot more blues for some reason. You know, they're just luckier, I guess, on our horde tune. As you see, we got a whole you know, line here and then another one right here. But anyway, we did get this Dranic tree cleaver. It's a pole arm, 185,000. And then we also got the shield of shiny fate for 226,000. We also got the transcription of here Otaro, which actually is the same one we actually had our alliance tune, 208,000 for that one. We also got the mantle of Morit Callus, 76,000. Actually not bad sell rate compared to some of the other pieces, 0.004. So not the highest though. Thrice Tan Tunic, 96,000. We also got the Girth Binder of Nakaris. Let's just stop trying to say these pieces. Just, you know, we got this blue belt, 136,000.003. But I'm trying. It's an effort. And then we've got this. Definitely not saying that one because the way I would probably say it doesn't sound good. But anyway, 56,000 for these legs right here. And then we've got the this pair of hands right here, gloves, 67,000 right here. And then we got 4 of the modules, again, 41,907 gold in value on those. Definitely doesn't mean that's what we're gonna sell them for. And then with our pieces, we got the silical, we got the framing, we got the converter, and then the one we were missing on the alliance was the sequencer, and we got 2 of those, which we had a lot of the other pieces on our alliance tune, which means we can probably make like 2 more since we have 2 of these pieces. This was the only piece we were missing, which can actually help us have at least 5 or 6 over here. Although it seems like the Proudmoore sells the modules better, although Thrall might sell these ones because these ones are slightly different, might actually sell them a little bit better than Proudmoore. So we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. But either way, we can probably make a 6th one and then just trade as we need to. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this clean out, or not clean out. Clean out's on Sunday. That's gonna do it for this loot video on the WOD Blue Farm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you do, make sure that you smash the big thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are enjoying these loot videos that I'm doing. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you don't miss the next loot video, and you don't forget, miss the clean out at the end of the week. See if we sold any of these items. Again, it's going to be delayed before we can actually send these items over to be sold due to the issue with trading across realms, as these are not the realms that actually sell the stuff on. Also though, don't forget to check out the other links, like the link to Twitch where you can actually see me do this stuff live and actually join in Loot Appraiser challenges once that's fixed, because the add-on is not working right now. And also don't forget to check out the link for Discord. It's a great community. You can also see where I'm going live there as I post it, and you can also see other things where I share screenshots and just updates on what's going on. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all on Twitch, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.